Hello Leo, welcome back. This is your monthly reading for September 2025. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, depending what you resonate best with. Let's have a look at your September messages. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. And remember, Leo, these are general readings. If you'd like insights into your own personal situation, you can contact me via the links below for private readings. Leo, also don't forget, the yearly 2025 reading is available. If you want to know what's happening for you for the rest of 2025, make sure to check out that video. Leo, we are going to have a look and see what messages come through for you. Then we'll have a look at your money and finances, love and relationships, health, any obstacles, blocks, or challenges, and overall message for September 2025, Leo. Leo. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. Leo, let's have a look at these messages. I am seeing right off the bat, some of you may have some creative block. A creative block in September. Something that you're wrestling with. Leo, there could be something you're planning. Something you want to do. And there is some block, some idea that you're wrestling with. I feel this is planning your next move. Planning your next move, strategizing. There's something you need to do next, and you're between a rock and a hard place. You're stuck in some situation, or you're wrestling with some kind of idea. There is some kind of creative block, or the energy is not flowing how it needs to flow for you to be able to make this plan. Leo, for some of you, this is also something that you may want to communicate. You may want to communicate something to someone, and there's a lack of words. There's a block. There's a frog in your throat on communicating whatever this is. You want to say something, but you're unable to say it. You're wrestling with how to say it, what to say. And Leo, for some of you, this is also having to do with establishing some kind of boundaries with someone. You may need to speak your mind about something. You may need to tell someone no, or you may need to set some boundaries with someone, and you're trying to figure out how to do it. You're trying to plan on how you can do this. How can you set boundaries with this person? What is the process needed to be able to tell this person no, to be able to tell this person that this is not acceptable? And so again, for some of you, you're dealing with a creative block, some idea which you may be wrestling with. For some of you, it could be communication, something that you want to say, that you're trying to establish boundaries with someone, and you're trying to figure out the process. You're trying to figure out how you can do this. And you may feel stuck, or you may feel up against the wall trying to plan on how to do this. But I feel, Leo, especially towards the end of September, I feel some of this energy is going to break through for you, because I feel there is some way in which you're going to figure out how to do this. If you're trying to establish boundaries with someone, to look at it from a logical point of view. If you can address this situation logically versus emotionally. Because I feel this could be a black and white situation. Especially if there is someone that is crossing your boundaries, there's a yes or a no. There's no middle ground here. So address it logically. And if it's some creative block that you're having, Leo, I feel by the end of the month, this energy is going to dissipate, because I feel some positive energy coming in. I feel some optimism coming in. And if there's some kind of block that you have, some kind of creative block, I feel there's going to be some new idea towards the end of the month that's going to give you some motivation, that's going to inspire you or help you break through this creative block. Let's check money and finances. Okay. Leo, I feel in September, money is going to be stable for you. It's going to be stable. I'm also seeing something long-term. If there's any investments, anything that you can invest in that is going to be long-term, this could be beneficial. If you are dealing with any investments, any assets, make sure you have a plan and make sure that you talk with someone who's an expert in this field. Make sure also, Leo, if there's anything with contracts, to make sure you get everything in writing. Make sure you read the terms and conditions, get anything in writing, have some kind of plan. But I do feel there's a possibility for some stability here. Financially, long-term financial stability in September. I also feel when it comes to work, you'll have a lot of energy, Leo. There'll be a lot of energy that you have. You'll feel a lot of motivation. Again, for those of you that may be dealing with creative blocks at work or in projects or in any hobbies or in businesses, I feel there's going to be some kind of breakthrough here towards the end of the month, some new idea that comes in. And you'll feel motivated again to keep going with what it is that you started. For example, if it's a creative block, I feel some new idea will come in to motivate you to keep creating. But financially, again, seeing stability here for you in September. Love and relationships. Okay, Leo, I feel there could be a highlight on especially family and emotional satisfaction. Some of you may be dealing specifically with family relationships, wanting to spend time with loved ones in September, feeling content. I'm feeling an energy of contentedness, satisfaction, feeling fulfilled. So there's something in relationships, Leo, coming back to those of you that may be having to communicate something or establish boundaries with someone. Again, I feel towards the end of the month, you'll feel a lot better, especially if you're able to communicate with this individual, to be able to face this individual and to face it from a place of logic versus emotion. I feel by the end of the month, you'll feel better about having said whatever it is that you need to get off your chest. If you have this frog in your throat at the beginning of the month, you need to say something. Go ahead and say it. Make a plan. Think about saying it prior to saying it. But I feel by the end of the month, you'll feel better for having said whatever this is that you need to say. Or you'll feel better for establishing these boundaries with whoever you need to establish boundaries with. And this is going to bring some kind of closure in relationships, whether this is a romantic relationship or whether this is a platonic relationship, whether this is work or family. Again, for some of you, I'm seeing this could very well be family relationships, but I feel there'll be some kind of closure here in which you'll feel emotionally satisfied for having communicated this or for having set boundaries or whatever this is that you need to deal with in a relationship. Health. Okay, Leo, health, there could be something you're wrestling against in September, something you're resisting, something you're wrestling against, something you're having to fight against. For some of you, I'm picking up spiritual energy. This could be something spiritual, something dark. This could be, for some of you, very well some negative energy that you're having to wrestle against in the month of September. Something that you may be trying to resist. Something which may be leaving you blocked. For some of you, this could be whatever is blocking this creative flow, this creative energy. Some of this darker energy which may be taking a hold of your spirit, which may be trying to consume you or attack you, and you're feeling as if you need to defend yourself from it. And as you defend yourself, this is blocking off your creative flow, your emotional flow. And for some of you, blocking communication, blocking your words, blocking what it is that you need to say. So this could be something that you are wrestling with in September. But again, remember, there is some healing here overall in the month of September, especially towards the end of the month. And some kind of closure. So even though you may be wrestling, I feel this is going to dissipate towards the end of the month. This healing energy, this optimistic energy, Leo, especially if you stay optimistic. Stay optimistic and trust the process. And I feel things are going to work out. Challenge, obstacle, block, or challenge. Okay, there's a challenge with something new. For some of you, this could be a message again, something that you may have to communicate. For some of you, this could be some news, some challenge surrounding news or a message. Again, coming back here, this could be this frog in the throat. Something you need to get off your chest, something you need to communicate. There's some challenge surrounding this in September. Remember to think it through. Have some kind of plan. Think about what you want to say prior to saying it. Or plan or strategize some kind of idea prior to implementing it. Leo. Overall message. Leo, it's time to set sail. Very interesting. So it's time to set sail can refer to, again, saying what it is that you need to say. Getting this off your chest so you can have some kind of closure. So you can move on from this, Leo. So in September, don't let anything drag. If there's something that you need to say, just think about it and just say it. Because there is some healing, there's some optimistic energy available to you in September. If there's some kind of block that you have, again, there could be something you're wrestling against spiritually. There could be some darker energy you're having to wrestle with or defend yourself against. Move on from this, Leo. Move on from this. Say what it is that you need to say. If there's an idea, think it through prior to implementing it. Have some kind of solid reason for doing what it is that you want to do. And then do it. Implement it or say it or put up these boundaries. Or follow through with some kind of idea. Follow through with what it is that you're saying. And then once you've done this, Leo, it's closed. You can have some kind of closure and you can move on from this situation, Leo. And so those are your messages for September 2025. Do let me know if you have questions or comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. Don't forget to like this video and check the links below for additional readings or personal readings, and have a good week.